Hello everyone, welcome back to our Odoo accounting series. In this video, we will discuss what are the assets and what are the depreciation computations option in Odoo accounting module. In our previous video, we discussed what are the depreciation methods, what are the basic concept of depreciation methods, how you can identify and how you can use this depreciation method in Odoo accounting module. In today's video, we will discuss how you can create assets, how you can use these depreciation methods as well as depreciation computation option in Odoo accounting module. So moving forward, first we will discuss what are the assets. So basically assets are resources owned by a business that have economic value and can provide future benefits. These can be tangible or intangible and are essential for running business operations. So for example, you are running a business and the building in which currently your business is running, you are the owner of that, your business is the owner of that building. So basically this building is assets for your business. So if we talk about the you have different laptops, different computers to run your business in your house. So these are basically assets. Furniture is assets because these resources are compulsory to run your business, as well as they have a financial value. So you can get a value after selling these assets in future. So you can get an revenue from these assets. So these basically assets are the resources which are essential to run a business operations, as well as have their economic value which we can utilize in our future. So this is basically assets. So moving further, we will look into Odoo accounting system, how we can create assets and where we can find the asset screen in Odoo accounting system. So I will open my Odoo ERP system. In Odoo ERP system, I already in a Odoo accounting module. In Odoo accounting module, where you can find the assets, you have to click on to the accounting here. In accounting tab, you can find there is the option assets. So you have to click on this assets option and you can find all the assets on this screen. If you already define assets in your business, you can find all these assets here. If this is new for you, so simply you have to click on new button and you can create assets for your business. So for example, in this video we are going to take an example of laptop, a MacBook. So I am going to I have purchased a MacBook for my business operation, and now I want to add the value of that asset into my Odoo accounting system so I can compute these assets value for my future uses. So for example, I name it a MacBook. In first line, you can see here, when you click on new, this screen will open for you. On that screen, the first line is basically in which we have to define the asset name. So I will say MacBook here and the 123. So this is basically our asset name we define in the first line. Then what next? If we can see here, this is assets tab. In assets value, you can see first block is assets value. In assets value, the first line is original value. So system is asking, our Odoo accounting system is asking, what is the original value of that asset? So I say I purchased these assets in, for example, in $4,000. In $4,000, I purchased this laptop. So what is the acquisition date? So I need to select my acquisition date. So when I purchase this laptop, when I own this laptop, I say I own this laptop in January 1st, 2025. So the next line is assets model. So you can create different assets model in your into your Odoo accounting system. And for example, if I click here in search mode, and you can see already pre-built assets model you can find here. If I use the already defined assets model into my, when I am going to create asset, system will automatically fill the depreciation method information. If you are not going to use any previous model which you already built, so then you need to define these information here by your own. So I will remove this for now. And what is the next line? The assets group. You can create multiple assets group according to your business. So what could be the assets group in our, say for example, this is our laptop. So this is our laptop, office laptops. So I say this is office Mac laptops. So this is basically our group where I can add all my MacBooks laptops in that model. So this is just an example. You can use any assets group according to your business need. So simply here you can see system is asking what company you want to use here. So you can select your company here if you are using a multi-company environment. So save and close. So system will automatically assign this group here. And what next? What next is the current value. So system is asking what is the current value, which is like non-depreciable value. So like for example, the total value of this laptop is 4,000 a year. So how much value will be non-depreciable after its lifespan? So for example, if we say this laptop is useful for 5 years, so how after 5 years what will be the value of this laptop? How much this will not depreciate? So I say $1,000 this laptop will own after its lifespan, and we can sell at any time after the 5 years at $1,000 of this laptop. So this is basically our note depreciation value. So you can see here system is showing that $4,000 is your total value. Only depreciation assets value will be 3,000, including 3,000 mean 1,000 will be not depreciable. Your depreciation method will only apply on $3,000. So here you can select what is the note depreciation value for your specific asset. So in next we see the depreciation method here. In my previous video, I discussed depreciation method with concepts and with examples. The previous video was basically theoretical video. So if you want to learn more about the depreciation methods in Odoo accounting system, please watch my previous video. So here, what are the method for now? I select the method is straight line. So I am going to select here method straight line. We have three options here: straight line, declining, then straight line. So I'm going to select here the straight line method because I want to know what is the exact value for each year, depreciation value for each year. So what is the duration of this lifespan of this asset? I say the lifespan of this asset is 4 years. So I can select the depreciation years in how till the end time on which our assets will continue depreciate. So I will say this is 4 years. After 4 years, it will contain its static value $1,000, which cannot be depreciable. So this is I selected 4 years here. What is the computation methods? So in computation method, we will discuss this in our today's video. So what is the computation method? On the basis of computation method, system will calculate these depreciation values. So there are three options: non-pro-rata, constant periods, and based on days per period. So let's see let's look into the definition and the concept. What are these three computation methods? If I go into my presentation, so here we can see the computation field in Odoo depreciation settings determine how depreciation is calculated over time. Here's what each option means. No pro rata, basically how it works: the depreciation starts from the beginning of the first full financial period or from the fiscal year or the month. The asset purchase date is ignored for the calculation. So what is basically this it means? So in non-pro rata, so for example, we purchase laptop on the 15th of the March, and we select this non-pro rata option in our assets depreciation method. Then system will start calculating the depreciation value on the 1st of the April, not from the 1st of the March, not from the 16th of the March or 15th of the March. It will start using the first date of the next month. So it will start calculating the depreciation value from the next upcoming first date of the next month. So this is how a pro rata work. For example, if you have set up according to your fiscal year, then it will start calculating the depreciation value according to your fiscal year. So this is basically pro rata. And what is the constant period? In constant period, the depreciation amount remains equal for each period. For example, the companies that were stable period expense. For example, in our this case, depreciation 5 years asset life, 10,000 cost, straight line method, the depreciation per year will be $2,000. So depreciation per month will be 160. Like this is basically a fixed amount. So when we select the constant period, so if system will show us that in our first year the depreciation value will be $2,000, so it will be same for the next year, same for the third year, and same for the fourth year. How many years we have selected for that assets? So in our case we have selected four years. then system will calculate the constant value on the basis of months, on the basis of the years. So this is basically constant periods computation. What is the next one? Next one is the based on days per period. So in this system will calculate all the depreciation calculations on the basis of days, not on the basis of months, not on the basis of years. It will calculate the depreciation values on the daily basis, on the days basis. For example, if we look into the example, if we purchase asset at the 15th of the March, the depreciation March has 31 days and used for 16 days. Like if we purchase this laptop onto the 15th of the March and we use 16 days in the start of the April, till the start of the April, this is 16 days. So how this will calculate? Monthly depreciation will be annual depreciation divided by 365 total days of the year, multiply by 16 days, how many days you have used these assets. So actually in this method, system calculate the depreciation values on how many days you have used that specific assets. So this is how these different depreciation computation option. I hope you have I clear your concept about the depreciation computation options. So moving back to our asset screen, so you can select here the computation methods according to your need. So I say according to my business flow, I say I need the constant period here because I want to see the same amount for my each year. My asset is going to depreciate constant like on same amount on each of the 4 years. So I will select here the constant period here, and here I select the straight line method. And now what is the, for example, if I say the computation period and what is the priority days, we select the date here. And what next? The next thing is value at import. So system is asking depreciated amount, how much the amount is depreciated already when you import that. So for example, I purchased the laptop at $4,000, and when I receive the laptop, I say $100 is already depreciated. So the remaining amount, like 1,000 will be non-depreciated value, 100 is already depreciated. The remaining 2,900 system should calculate the depreciation values. So I can select here $100 and let's see what happens next. Well, we'll see in the example how this works. So depreciated amount we select here, which is value at import. If you are using any vehicle in your business, you can select here. So we are creating this for our laptop, so we do not need to select vehicle here. So what the next is accounting field here. So here we need to add our company, you fixed assets account. The account, basically these are chart of accounts. You have to select fixed assets account here. Depreciation account you can select here. Expense account you can select here, and the journal for that specific for assets, what journal you want to use here. So you can select journal here. And if you want to distribute these assets and want to calculate the analytic accounting through the analytic accounting, you can select the analytic distribution here. You can assign this asset to your currently running project department or the expense. You can add this analytic distribution, add this assets to any of your analytic account here. So this is the necessary information which we needed to fill on the screen of asset information. And what next thing is bills. So this is basically if you want to attach any bills when you purchase this laptop, so you can assign this by clicking on add a line. So you can select the journal entry which have posted against this laptop, you can select here. So in our case there is no journal entry here available, so I will only go for the assets. And now I will save this and confirm. If I click on compute depreciation and I click on the posted entries, system has calculated the depreciation values for 4 years. So you can see here 31st of the December 2025, the depreciation value is $650. 31st of the for 2026, this is 750, then 750, and then 750. Why it is showing 650 for the first year? Because we already mentioned that when we receive the laptop, $100 is already depreciated from that laptop's total value. So that's why system is showing $650 here. And for the remaining year, you can see here the $750, and the total depreciation value is 2,900. You can see here. So system created this default entries here. So you can select here all these entry. If you want to post yearly basis, So you can simply post for this year, and the next year you can post this, and according to your business flow. But I am going to post all the entries at once. So I will click on to the confirm entries, and system has posted. You cannot post entry related to draft assets. Please post the assets before. Yeah, so because our assets is already not confirmed yet, system calculated the depreciation value and show us on the screen that how your assets will be depreciated on the yearly basis. So I will go back into our Mac Airbook to Airbook, and I will confirm these assets here. Now this assets is confirmed. So if you want, like in your if you want to modify your depreciation value, so you simply click here and tell you are going to sell this asset, are going to pause, reevaluate, dispose. So you can select what is the loss account. If this is going to in our loss, so you can select if you want to modify your assets depreciation values. You can use this modify depreciation button, and you can fill all this information here. So this is basically dispose if you want to dispose this your assets. So I'm not going to dispose. If you want to save this as a model and want to reuse into your upcoming assets, so you click on save as model, and system will save as a model into your system. If you want to cancel this, simply cancel on these assets, and system will cancel all these assets and the entries from our auto accounting system. So if I look into the posted entries, so I will click again and I will action and confirm entries, and I'll say I verify these, and when I confirm, now you can see all the entries are posted into our auto accounting system. So going back into MacBook, I will click on to my fixed asset account, depreciation account, because I want to check the depreciation values. So in depreciation chart of account, when I click on this balance, so you can see all the depreciation values which is being credited, because this is basically which is our business is getting loss. So this is basically due to the assets uh, because we are using the assets account here, and this is something which is going from our system, going from our business. So this is basically, it will show entries onto the credit side. So you can see all these laptop credit entries here. If you want to check these entries into the journal, so you simply click here, and you can find these specific entries into your journals also. So this will show all the information about the what is the basically reference of that entry, and what was the year, and what was the assets on which on which basis your assets appreciated. So you will get all the information into your journals, because we already posted these entries into our journal. So you can see all the depreciation into the depreciation account. If you want to check the expense account, you need to go into your expense account and click on to the balance, and you will see all these. You can see here, this is our expense account, and the values are showing onto the debit side. System is showing the label. This is MacBook Air 123 depreciation. So this is basically, and this is chart our expense account, which is being hit onto the expense entries, and we can see all these expense entries related to these assets into our expense chart of account. And here we can see these 4 expense entries we can see here on this screen. So this is how asset screen work, and how you can use assets, how you can create assets into your auto accounting system, how you can compute your depreciation values on the different methods: straight line, declining, and then straight line. Same like no prota, constant periods, and on the days onto the daily basis, you can compute these values. So these are basically the methods you can utilize into your assets according to your business flow. So I hope I clear your concepts according how you can create assets, and how you can use these depreciation methods and computation options into auto accounting system. If you like this video, please like and share this video with your other auto friends. Keep learning, keep growing, and thank you for your time. Have a good one. Bye.